Hey everybody, welcome back to Sending Ravens. How's everybody doing? If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please do so. I'm trying to grow the numbers on this channel. But welcome back to all my wonderful viewers. I know it's been a hard 24 hours. Oh my goodness, I got a crink in my neck. I was sitting on the couch all night watching the results of the election, and oh my goodness, and it's pretty much playing out. You know, I hate to brag, but it is playing out exactly what I said when I did election, forecasts. I got that it would all get held up. It even looked like it could get held up for 3, and I was hoping hours, but it's going to be days, I think, or weeks, and maybe some people even say months by the time it gets all cleared up, if it has to go to court. But that the Dems would obviously, who are deeply in the deep state pocket, I'm afraid that's what's going on. They've been in the deep state pocket for years and years. Anyway, most of them, not all of them, but that bunch is trying to steal the election. And of course, they're saying Trump's trying to steal it. And it just went really differently than the polls said. Did anyone notice? The polls were like, oh, Biden's going to win by a landslide. And all the QAnon said, oh, Trump's going to win by a landslide. I never got anybody won by a landslide. I got it's going to be close and it's going to get held up because there's going to be discrepancies and both sides are going to have issues with the outcomes, of course. And that's just what happens. But I did get that Trump would win. And I'm sticking to it. So try not to panic. Try not to panic. Good wins. If he's meant to win, he's going to win. Like the end of it is, don't forget that the universe has a say. I've been smudging. That's what's going on with that. The universe has a say in these things. And if he's really who we think he is, and he's a good guy in a white hat, right now the white hats are going to win. That's what I get. So, the deep state's going to lose. So whatever that looks like in the election, that's how it's going to look. So you got to trust that. You got the big picture, people, patience and perseverance. I've been reading clients for 35 years. And the thing I notice is I'll say something that's happening over the next year. And then 3 weeks later, my client will text me, email me something, call me, and be like, oh my God, it's not happening yet. And I'm like, do you remember the time frame? Remember, patience. We need patience. Good will prevail, and all of us need to stay focused and positive. If our belief in universal love is right and true, the right thing will happen. That's all you gotta just stick with that. Stay with that and stop going into fear and panic. Okay, and I've been having to tell myself that. Okay, so we're gonna have another look and just see if we're on track with everything and just see what's up. Okay, I just wanted to come on and touch base with everybody because I know it's nerve-wracking. I knew it was gonna be nerve-wracking. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Of course, there's no landslide win, not in this kind of we're fighting deep state. We're talking evil and darkness. We're talking mainstream media, hundreds of years of manipulation and mind control. Like, give me a break. It's obviously going to be tricky, right? You can't just cinch that when you got the entire mainstream media in your pocket. They're going to slant everything constantly, right? Fascinating how they stopped the counting right when Trump was ahead. Like, really fascinating. And of course, all came down on him when he went on record saying, okay, that's not cool and it's not democratic. And he was right. But of course, they make him look like, he's the one causing trouble. He's not causing trouble. He's just telling it like it is. I was really impressed with his speech, frankly. Okay, so what do we got? So Trump's on this side. So Biden they actually think, Biden's camp thinks they're going to win. And that's because they got a whole bunch of secrets up their sleeve and trickiness. See the tricky card right under here? Okay, but Trump has something going on that they don't know about. So they've got equal cards. okay, underneath and underlying, and Trump has the Chariot, so he's brave, bold, and he's absolutely going to fight for his win. So there's a fight for the win here. We've got the Lovers, so it's super close. So in actual reality, regardless what anybody says or what you're seeing, everything's neck and neck. Nobody's really, they're literally neck and neck. So that's scary as heck. Okay, so the People win. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, the People win. So let's see what that means. We've got the Tower, and things are going to get held up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're absolutely going to get held up. Nobody's going to be able to call a win, it doesn't look like. Not today, even though they're saying, oh, Biden's saying he's going to call a win by 3 o'clock, you know, Central Time or something like that. I don't think so. Okay, nobody's calling a win. Yeah, it's going to get held up for at least 3 days, maybe weeks. Let's hope it's not months, but 3. So we've got holdups. 3, another 3. It could be as many as 3 months before everything gets sorted out. Wow. I'm hoping that's days. Oh, well, people are hoping it's hours, but I'm thinking days. So let's hope for days, could be weeks, and even as big as months, which if you go back to my original reading, that's what it looked like. I was getting that into just New Year's, we'd know. Just before the inauguration was supposed to happen, we'd actually know the actual end result. So it does look like there's going to be a lot of shenanigans and hoops to jump. Let's have a look at how Trump's doing. For real, like actually, because if you're watching any kind of mainstream media, it's absolutely a gong show of BS. It's horrifying, actually. I like to watch Sky News. Those Australians, they got it going on. They're the only ones I was watching last night because they actually they didn't seem in the same pockets as you know, North American mainstream media and or BBC or any place like that. Those guys were all you know, rooting for Biden, it looked like, and you know, showing their prejudice so clearly. It's like, you know what, get over it. Okay, let's have a look. So yeah, so Trump's counting on legal, he has legal information that he's counting on, and he knows he's right. So that's where how he's feeling. And we've got the Death card. Okay, so he's going to do things really differently than usual. So he's absolutely going to call these guys out. He's going to do things completely different than usual, than he usually does, and or than any other, no elections ever gone this way. No elections ever got, and that's true. I don't think any election, let me know in the comments if you know of any American election that would get held up that long, because it might be up to 3 months, people. Oh my goodness, that's going to be just horrifying. Let's all visualize it's 3 days, not months, because these things can shift. And don't forget, we are in several, I believe, retrogrades. Chime in, astrologers. I know there's a Mercury retrograde just ending, which is just always things are going to look the opposite of what they are in a retrograde. But I think there's also a Mars retrograde and a couple other retrogrades. So chime in if you're an astrologer and let us know about the retrogrades. Yeah, they're going to fight. They're going to actually have to literally fight to win this. And I also get, and they will win, but I also get there's going to be attempts on Trump's life in the meantime. So unbelievable. Let's have a look at the Biden camp and just see. So we had integrity cards there. We had Trump's believing that his legal team's going to sort this out. That's what it's going to take, it looks like. He believes in justice. Let's see the kind of cards that come up around Biden's team, Biden's camp. They're a lot more worried than they're letting on. That's because they know they're cheating, right? They're all calling foul on Trump, but it's really them. It's really interesting how the deep state inverts everything, right down from newborns, the sex of newborns are going to invert that to like deep state, deep cult, all the same thing as far as I'm concerned. They're all connected and interconnected. But they like to invert things, symbolisms of things. They turn something good into something bad. You know, like the feminist movement was hijacked, Black Lives Matter was hijacked by deep state and turned into something ugly and against freedoms, even though in the guise of looking like they're about your freedoms. Like it's unbelievable what's been going on, and it hurts my heart to see it, and I truly couldn't see it before, and now I'm so seeing it. It's just horrifying, and when everybody starts seeing it, it's going to be hard for your fellow humans. So help them through it, okay? Because things are coming out, truth's coming out. Yeah, they're in way worse shape here. So we've got the Empress in the past. So they always did have a woman in the background. So it's certainly what isn't Biden there. They would have scooped Biden out of there so fast if he actually won. They'd scoop him out. It's a woman that they got to place for you know, the president. The president would have been a woman, and not that there's anything wrong with women. Not that I believe Kamala Harris is 100% a female. But yeah, you know what I mean? She could have been one of those inverted. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Cups here. And they're in way bigger trouble. So they're appearing like they're doing great, but they're absolutely freaking out here. We've got the Freak Out card. They got all kinds of things up their sleeve. Notice there's no integrity cards here. No integrity. Queen of Wands should have showed up. King of Wands, integrity. They got no integrity, these guys. They got no integrity. They believe that their sneakiness is what's going to win. So they believe, and they got people in high places. So that could even be Supreme Court people and or, you know, higher ups in the court system. So they believe that's what's going to win. But I get the people will choose, and the people have spoken, and it's going to be for Trump. And that's where these guys lose. They didn't really come up with any, like the way they presented themselves. It wasn't about the working people. It was an unbelievable, their format. We're gonna get everybody safely at home and wearing masks, and we're gonna do everything we can to shut down the economy and basically ruin your livelihood. Okay, that sounds like a great idea. I'm voting for that. Come on. You know, so they lamed out really. Thank you so much for watching my video.